It's a right mess, but something to start on now. I might just run this class 33 around now. Nice effect going through those little tunnels. And of course the big one. I did have to cut one of those pegs on the corner of that inside. And with the longer courses we're just catching. I've cured that now. And I've got to admit there's a little problem with the inner tracker. It's just on that curve. I'm not happy with it, so I shall take it up and redo it. And here she comes. As you know, the work I do, my little bits of scenic hillsides, etc. I use newspaper, rolled up paper. I have a mixture here of PVA water. Just dip it in, get the worst of the water, drain it up, and just put the paper there. You need a bit of hillsides or anything, you know, rather than just being flat all over. No, they're not dog crap bags. It's rolled up paper. But anything, newspaper, out. And then of course put mud rock over it. Just do a bit on these edges around here. And then we'll put the it's a bit of a mess everywhere, doesn't it? Just a minute, I'll just put a bit more down and I'll show you putting the mod rock on. Right, I've got the mod rock, plastic cloth, that's the stuff. Got it cut up into pieces, and then again, just dip in the mixture. Try to let the excess drain off, and then just cover your paper and just finish that off then. And when that's dried, of course, paint it and then add your grass. I'll come back to that when it's all dry and I'll show you then putting the paint and the grass on. It's plaster of Paris there, sorry, the plaster cloth is more or less partly dried anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a bit of green paint on as a base, and then you can do it with a brush, hand brush and whatever, save having to put a lot of paper around, but it's best to put a base coat on and then we can put some grass on afterwards. I'm going to put some, just a minute, whilst it's still wet I'm just going to put some base grass on and then we can put the other grass on afterwards. Use some of those puffer bottles now with the different coloured grass in, just to finish it off. That's a spring grass, this is the darker coloured one. And then just add a bit of spring grass. In between you need to be. I need to put some PVA mixture on, don't I? I mean, you could put static grass on with one of them little machines. I've got one, but you can see now the effect we're getting there is probably just a bit too bright green, but I could put a bit more of that darker. I've got two lots here. This is that burnt grass, fine turf burnt grass. I'll just add a bit of more of that on. Keep putting a bit more PVA mixture on. But there you go. And when you put your ballasting on and everything, of course it all looks okay. Right, you know what I'm doing anyway. I'm going to finish all that other off and then we'll come back to it again. And using the puffer bottle, I'll put the paint on. Some of that longer grass later. Yeah, that looks alright to me. We'll see how it is later when it's all dry. If you want to add a bit more of that static grass, then that's the thicker, longer stranded grass. Just put your mixture down. This is, I would say, 80% PVA, 20% water. Just add it down to where you want to add your static grass. This is the one that I'm using. That there's umpteen different ones, but that's the one I'm using. They're cheap enough. £15–20 I buy that static grass applicator. I'm earthing it onto my rail track and press the button and away we go. These are strands 2, 3, 4mm long. As you see, then you'll have grassed it up. When you've got on as much as you want, just press it onto the rail. That gets in the charge, otherwise you can get a bit of a jump from that when you touch it. I'll just bring you in a bit closer. And then what I do afterwards, give it 5 or 10 minutes, settle a bit. I just put some hairspray on it, it'll hold it strong then, and you should have your strands then just stood up that looks like natural grass then. Right, on we go. I'll just show, I know some say what sort of hairspray, but I always use a extra firm, extra hold spray. It just firms it up like you would on a woman's hair, I suppose. I'll leave that now to dry. So it should all be stood nicely. I'll get a bit further, putting some more of this cork down using my trusted way, which is using Copydex. This actually is for the other side. I use Copydex for putting the cork down and for putting the track down as well. I'll just swing it over, you can see where I'm working just now. Right. Big hammer comes in useful again, of course, for weights. I'll give you a bit of an idea now. I'm going to have two outer tracks coming down. I'm going to put another platform down there. So it's a mess, I know. I'm going to have my two inner ones there, which is the oak tracks, and then I'll have a siding, we'll say, coming, joining back in again there. And coming round, I've got again my old one, oak track, which will be coming down here. And then the two new ones there, which I'm going to swing around then. I'm going to have to incorporate my suspension bridges then, of course. Yeah, I know it's a big mess down there, but a bit at a time. But I'm going to have to start putting an incline in shortly here, and then I can do some sort of water feature underneath, and we'll put the suspension bridges on. Somebody was asking me where they come from. Those are Hornby, Scaledale, Hornby make them. I thought they stopped making them. I think they did actually for a while, but I'm told they're making them again. But I bought one on eBay. That's one with no legs with it, but you can make your own up. I think new they're about £44, but I know you can buy on eBay for about 20-25 if you're lucky, of course, which I did. Right, I'll do a little bit more, and then I'm going to run a little loco around that bit that I've done. I don't know if you notice, I put a cottage over in the corner there, and I've got a light on in it, a light on in the signal box. I'll come down and then you can see, I'll bring that down. But yeah, I put an engine shed there, a bit as a siding, little cottage in the corner there, a red light on. There's a fire glow in that. It's not a red light shop. And then we have, that was a little tunnel that I put in last week. We'll just clean up and then we'll just run a train round. Here we go, see if it goes okay. Run it through slowly. As you can see, there's a lot to do here yet. But once I've got the ground working with the track round here, I can then continue with the scenics. I'll just bring the camera over when it comes through the tunnel. I think it'll be a nice effect, that. Choo choo, come on. Well, see what I can get done for next week now. Ooh.